This week on Council Bluffs News, Initiative in Council Bluffs Schools. We learn about AL and TJ's robotics programs and why they're asking for support to head to the World Championships. Shamrock Shuffle. The annual 5K takes place over the weekend, kicking off 2016 Bluff Downtown events. Distinguished Honor. The 100 Great Nurses of Iowa names a Council Bluffs nurse as one of the best in the state. We sit down with Dee McIntyre to get reaction. And Sergeant Ron Albers from the Council Bluffs Police Department joins us to talk about the 10th annual Polar Plunge for Special Olympics. That and more, all on this week's Council Bluffs News. Hello and welcome to this week's Council Bluffs News. I'm Zach Harper-Blunt. In 2012, Abraham Lincoln High School founded its robotics program, and just a year later, Thomas Jefferson did as well. Since then, the schools have competed at tournaments around the region and around the country. Now, both programs are looking for help to take the competition to the next level and travel to participate in the World Tournament. It hasn't been around for very long.
We've come a long ways from knowing very little to knowing a lot.
And already it's made an impact on their schools.
We build robots that compete in the VEX game, and I got to travel to cool places.
We're talking about the robotics program at Abraham Lincoln and Thomas Jefferson High Schools. The AL program has been around for just 4 years, drawing inspiration from success at schools in Omaha.
Just seeing how we're emerging engineering type school with a large engineering program, they thought it would be a good idea for students to do and put what they learn in the classroom and put it into like a real world application type thing.
The program at TJ is even younger, beginning in 2013. It was the introduction of a new engineering instructor, James Crum, that helped launch their idea.
He came in and we talked to him, and he basically introduced the idea to us, and me and a couple of friends were really jazzed by the idea, so we decided that we'd start the team.
Since then, the Black Squirrels of AL and Full Metal Jackets of TJ have grown and traveled around the region, competing in numerous competitions.
We've been to like Omaha Gross,
Kansas City.
We've been to Worlds and Nationals.
Strasburg, Nebraska, Centerville, Iowa.
And they've seen triumph. The schools have won numerous awards, including AL winning its 3rd straight state title.
It was a lot of fun.
Both schools now have their sights set on nationals taking place at the Mid-America Center beginning April 7th, but it's an even larger competition that's requiring an outreach for support. The World Robotic Competition in Louisville, Kentucky takes place April 20th through the 24th.
We have a GoFundMe that's out, and because the price alone for like Worlds is $850 just to get into the tournament, that's not including like transportation, hotel rooms, food, you know, all sorts of things like that.
The overall goal?
About $4,000.
And both schools have already been doing all they can to spread awareness.
And we've posted on Facebook, Twitter, so all social media, just trying to get the word out.
For the teams of participating members, these tournaments are a chance to show why they're one of the best around.
People scouting out other teams' robots, strategizing ways to beat them, defense you have to play. Like there's way more intense than you think it would be.
Spending 15 to 20 hours a week preparing, competitions are fun, but serious business.
And you compete against them and you see what their ideas were. And then if you get to the World Championship, you see a lot of different cultures, and you have to learn how to communicate with them when you're trying to strategize, and it's pretty fun and exciting.
If appropriate funds are raised, TJ will make their very first visit to the World Competition, while AL is looking to make more memories following a trip in 2014.
It was a really great experience. Just being able to see people from all across the world go and compete was a lot of fun. As of the morning of Tuesday, March 15th, AL has raised just over $2,000 and TJ has raised roughly $1,600. If you'd like to contribute to the campaign, you can go to GoFundMe.com and search for Lynx Robotics and Jefferson Robotics. Cellar 19 hosts a wine tasting event on Tuesday, March 8th. During the hour-and-a-half event, customers are able to enjoy food from Cellar 19 and sample different types of wine brought in by Glazers Distributing. It's an opportunity to sample different types of drinks not sold in local stores.
they come back, you know, they'll buy a bottle or two to take home because it's a good discount the night of the tasting while I'm tasting. So, you know, they just come in, have a good time, have some nice sandwich stuff, and enjoy some free wine.
Cellar 19 hosts the event on the second Tuesday of every month. To see future events taking place at the business, their website is cellar19.com. March 12th marks the beginning of the Shamrock Shuffle, a 5K race for dressing up, staying active, and showing support for the Teammates Mentoring Program. IWTV student Danielle Rambo has more with the story.
For some, it's a way to stay active.
We are running a 5K, and I'm running.
But for others, it's all about showing encouragement.
Today I'm here to support all kinds of cancer.
This is the Shamrock Shuffle.
It's a fun 5K walk for everyone to just come out and enjoy.
It started as a way to get people active and to have fun, but to also raise funds.
Half of the proceeds goes to the Teammates Mentoring Program.
This year, March 12th will mark the 4th annual year of its running.
At 9 they took off. When they come back at 10, we will award awards and best dressed prizes.
The 5K course will start on the historic 100 block of Council Bluffs to the Rail West Museum, around Bayless Park, and back. And people of all ages participate in the Shamrock Shuffle.
We had somebody that was 0 years old and somebody that was 69, so everywhere in between.
Last year, there were 150 participants, and now that number reached more than 425. For your Council Bluffs News, I'm Danielle Rambo.
Thanks, Danielle. For this year's race, they put a twist on it by bringing in a leprechaun, and those who beat the leprechaun enjoyed a free beverage in spirit of St. Patrick's Day. The next step for a new police station heads to City Council. Our coverage kicks off news around the Bluffs. Monday, March 14th, Police Chief Tim Carmody presents the recommendations for a new police headquarters to City Council members. At the study session, the council receives a presentation on the work the 11-man study group found during their 5 months of meetings. The top 3 sites, according to Carmody, are the Google property at 24th Street and Vets Memorial Highway, a property owned by Sepp Brothers on 23rd Street, and an open lot on Woodbury Avenue next to MP Dodge. At the City Council meeting, council members vote on whether the project proposals are feasible enough to allow city residents to vote on a proposed $20 million bond issue in May.
Everybody agrees we need a new police station. 3 of 5 agree that we're ready to go for a bond issue in front of the public, and 2 others disagree. And so the vote tonight was 3-2, it passes.
The result means the public will be able to vote on a proposed bond issue that would finance a new CBPD headquarters despite no definitive plans on which specific site it will be located. The Council Bluffs Public Library holds a special presentation that correlates with National Women's Month and National Women's Day. Cheryl Mullenbach visits the library on Tuesday, March 8th. Focusing on her latest book, Double Victory, the author and former history teacher talks to attendees about African-American women who made impacts during World War II and laid the foundation for the Civil Rights Movement, giving an informative presentation with some shocking details brought to the forefront.
When the military first started accepting African American women, they trained at Fort Des Moines here in Iowa, and they faced discrimination there. So usually young people are pretty shocked at some of the stories I have to tell about the open racism that these women faced.
Mullenbach's book, Double Victory, was named to the Amelia Bloomer Top 10 list for 2014 by the American Library Association. Mullenbach will travel to Waverly later this month before making trips to Ankeny and Des Moines in April. If you'd like to learn more about her work, visit CherylMullenbachInc.com. Iowa Western gives students and community members an opportunity to get a head start on employment. Wednesday, March 9th, the college and Enhance Iowa team up to host a career fair taking place inside Kansville Arena. The fair allows people access to 90 organizations, giving them information on fields like health, business, engineering, and human services.
Just trying to improve it and recruiting more students. We've done more advertising this time and put it out on the river, and just even in the nonpareil, just getting students to participate and even talking to faculty one-on-one, telling them which industries are interested specifically with their students.
Internship, part-time, and full-time opportunities are open to everyone. The career fair takes place once per semester at Iowa Western, and to learn more about Enhance Iowa, their website is enhanceiowa.com. Coming up on Council Bluffs News, a cut above the rest. The 100 Great Nurses of Iowa Association named Steve McIntyre from CHI Health Mercy as one of the top nurses in the state. We visit with her to get a look at her passion to be an outstanding caregiver. And Sergeant Ron Albers joins us in our in-studio interview to talk about the 10th annual Polar Plunge for Special Olympics.
Last year, throughout the state, we raised just under $350,000.
Schedule your campus visit today. Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
Looking for these? You drive Buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
At Council Plus Savings Bank, you still get personalized customer service.
We have identity-safe checking with LifeLock, identity theft protection.
You get personal mortgage lending to fit your needs now and in the future.
You get business banking with the latest technology, because saving you time saves you money.
At Council Plus Savings Bank, you get people who answer when you call and local employees who are actively involved in our community. Council Plus Savings Bank, hometown banking the way it used to be.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty. Time to call 911 and get them to a hospital immediately. Learn the body language and spot a stroke fast.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
This new mom is struggling to get the skates just right. Now she's holding on for dear life.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
Hello and welcome back to Council Bluffs News. I'm Zach Harper-Blunt, joined in studio by Sergeant Ron Albers from the Council Bluffs Police Department. Sergeant Albers, thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you for having me.
And coming up on March 19th is the 10th annual Polar Plunge for Special Olympics. And for those that are unfamiliar, can you talk about kind of what that is?
This is our 10th year for the Special Olympic Polar Plunge. The Polar Plunge is one of the largest fundraisers for the Iowa Special Olympics. Last year, throughout the state, we raised just under $350,000 for the Special Olympics through the Polar Plunge. Locally, we raised $46,000 in Council Bluffs. So it was by far our largest fundraiser. People like to dress up sometimes and come in costumes. When we first started 9 years ago, we had about 78 plungers, and we raised just over $13,000. And last year we had 178 plungers and raised, like I said, $46,000.
Oh, wow.
So it's grown pretty big in the last 10 years.
And how did this partnership all start out?
Well, it all started out with, we had an officer who used to do Cop on Top, which was a fundraiser for Special Olympics where a cop would stand on top of Walmart for a few days, and then people make donations to him. And we'd only raise a few $1,000s doing that. And then around the country, agencies started doing a polar plunge. So we decided to see if we could raise more money by doing it that way. So we got in a partnership with Special Olympics. We set up a committee, and 10 years later, hopefully my goal this year is to hit 50,000.
Okay.
And 200 plungers.
And there, outside the plunge, there's also a handful of other things going on with like a post party and also some awards given out for those who dress up.
Yes, we have the best team costume, and then we have the best individual costume, and we have the Polka Police. I don't know if you're familiar with them. They play at our post party. Our post party's at Barley's. Of course, we also have a pre-party at Barley's, and we have a night registration prior to at Barley's as well.
And there's also an option for people who want to help out with polar plunge but don't actually want to do the plunge. They could register.
Yeah, it's called Two Chicken the Plunge, and you register the same way as you would normally. You just check the chicken box, and then you get a special shirt that says Two Chicken the Plunge. So we don't get too many of those people, but there's a few that want to raise the money but don't want to get wet.
And what are the lake temperatures looking like this year?
It's about 38 degrees already, which is the warmest we've had. And it'll probably be close to 40 by the time we plunge.
So it'll be nice and just a little cool water for it.
A little chilly. The second year was our worst year. It was 3 degrees was the air temperature.
Oh, no.
And we had to cut the ice to get in. So that was by far the coldest we've ever had it.
And then where's a place that someone can go to get more information about the polar plunge?
They can go to so.iowa or soiowa.org, Special Olympics Iowa, and they can pull it up and register and make their own team if they want.
Sergeant Albers, thank you for joining us here in studio today.
Thank you for having me.
Stay tuned. More Council Bluffs news coming up right after the break.
Create new opportunities and expand your knowledge with Iowa Western's continuing and career education.
It was really intimidating to go back to school, but Iowa Western made me really feel like I could do it.
Our goal is to help students achieve success from education to employment.
Learn more, including information on extra benefits for Iowa residents at iwcc.edu/continuing_education.
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all living united to ensure the academic success of millions of kids in our communities all the way to graduation day. But that won't happen without you. So take the pledge at unitedway.org. Make a difference in the life of a child. Suit up like your favorite NFL players and become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor with United Way.
All right, give me a spot. You know my motto, safety first.
They could be dangerous. I think we should call animal control.
Animal control?
To be safe.
Don't worry.
Just...
I got this. It's a new motto.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
The 100 Great Nurses of Iowa is an organization that recognizes nurses in all types of practices across the state. The prestigious award is partially based on recommendations from a combination of patients, coworkers, friends, and family. For its 12th annual honor, a nurse from Council Bluffs is named as a recipient. The notification came as a surprise.
When I opened it up and it said, "Congratulations, you've been named," I was just speechless.
But it's an honor that shows Nurse Dee McIntyre of CHI Health Mercy is one of the best in the state of Iowa.
My supervisor told me she had nominated me, and so I knew I had been nominated. And I got the letter in the mail, and I thought this is going to be, I saw 100 Nurses of Iowa as the return address, and I thought, you know, this is my letter.
The 100 Great Nurses of Iowa is an organization that recognizes nurses across all 99 counties of Iowa for their work in a number of fields.
To get the award, coming from your peers, coming from other nurses, was just a very meaningful award to me.
McIntyre's journey has taken place mostly close to home, graduating from Glowood High School before attending Iowa Western and Midlands University. Her first job in the field came at the Shenandoah Medical Center.
I worked the night shift there. When I first graduated from high school, I only worked there a few months, but again, I had a wonderful mentor that took me under her wing there.
Nursing took her back to her hometown, working at the Glowood Resource Center before coming to CHI Health Mercy in 1990, where she now works in the ER.
I see infants, I see elderly, I see young people, I see people at the beginning of life, I see people at the end of their life, and it's always different, it's always a challenge. You never know all about it, you never know what's going to walk through the door.
And being in the emergency room for a number of years has built a lifelong trust with some of her patients.
I have grandparents that will bring their grandbabies in, and it's like they know me by name, you know, and oh, this is my grandbaby, and you know, it may have this wrong or that wrong, and it's just like you have that connection that, I don't know, to me it's just what makes me come to work every day.
For McIntyre, the award is a great honor, but she says the work that she does daily is a true reward.
I told my husband, it's strange to have an award and be honored for what you love to do.
The award for the top 100 nurses will be presented on May 1st in Des Moines. The day will also mark Dee's mother's 86th birthday. To learn more about the 100 Great Nurses of Iowa and a full list of the recipients, their website is greatnurses.org. The CB Recycling Center recently announced that yard waste collection for 2016 will begin on April 1st and run through November 30th. Any yard waste placed curbside before the 1st will be considered part of normal collection services and will still have to meet the weekly 96-gallon limit. Yard waste can be taken to the recycling center year-round for $5 per load or $20 per ton. Remember, you can stay up to date with the latest from the recycling center with their new My Waste app on Google Play and the Apple Store. Still to come on Council Bluffs News, there are plenty of animals from the Midlands Humane Society looking for a good home. Meet them in our Pets of the Week, and we'll take a look at our weekly events calendar to wrap up the show.
At the Council Bluffs Recycling Center, we're proud of the effort our community makes to help keep Council Bluffs beautiful by participating in our curbside recycling program. Here are some tips to make sure your recyclables are accepted. If you're confused about plastics, we can help. Numbers 1 through 5 plastic food and beverage containers are acceptable. Usually the recycling triangle and the number inside are located on the bottom of containers. Items we don't take include numbers 6 and 7 plastics, styrofoam, or bags of any sort, although we encourage recycling plastic bags inside local grocery stores. Please be sure to check the calendar in our annual mailer or on our website to find out what items will be picked up each week. Blue Week items for your curbside bin include paper, cardboard, and glass containers. Green Week items for your curbside bin include plastic food and beverage containers, tin and aluminum containers, and tin foil. Thank you for helping us keep Council Bluffs beautiful.
You make me wear my bike helmet. You taught me never to run with scissors. And to follow the swimming rules.
You tell me to stay away from drugs.
To always buckle my seatbelt.
So why do you keep a loaded gun in your drawer?
How safe is that?
You asked them to follow some safety rules. Now they're asking you. In fact, they're counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Hello, I'm Terry Gatch-Mills, and welcome into Pets of the Week. We're going to start off here with Lola. Her file number is 19323. She's a collie mix. She's absolutely gorgeous, and she's 10 months old, so she's really eager to learn. She's very intelligent and very active. She'd be great on an acreage, somebody with a fenced yard, who likes to exercise or run, or even a walking partner. Again, this is Lola, file number 19323. This next little cutie is Casper, and Casper's file number is 18744. He's a little Chihuahua mix. He's 7 years old. He does like to bark, so he's not good for an apartment complex, but otherwise he'd be a wonderful dog. Again, this is Casper, file number 18744. This next little sweetie is Rhonda, and her file number is 18129. And she's a very sweet cat. She's a domestic short hair, and she's 2 years old. She's very active, and she's right now in a colony with other cats. So she loves other cats, people, but not sure about dogs. Again, this is Rhonda, and her file number is 18129. I'd like you to meet Boris. His file number is 18159, and he's a sweet cat. He's 3 years old. He's got medium length hair, but he really is a good guy. He's very independent. He loves other cats. Not sure about dogs, but he does have all 4 declawed. Again, this is Boris, file number 18159. And if you're interested in any of the pets you've seen on TV today, please come down to Midlands Humane Society, located at 1020 Railroad Avenue in Council Bluffs.
Now time for our weekly events calendar. The Center hosts its annual Victorian Tea on Friday, March 18th. Starting at noon, attendees will be able to enjoy food, tea, entertainment, and prizes. The cost is $8 per person, and more info is available at bluffcenter.org. The Western Historic Trail Center hosts Hop into Spring on Saturday, March 19th. Beginning at 9:30 and running to noon, attendees will be able to enjoy crafts, a spring hike, and an Easter egg hunt. The event is free to everyone, and more details are available at familyia.org. And the Council Bluffs Public Library will host its Saturday matinee on March 19th. Starting at 1:30, attendees will be able to kick back and enjoy the 2015 drama Bridge of Spies, starring Tom Hanks. Popcorn will be included and is free and open to the public. More details are available at councilbluffslibrary.org. Thanks for watching this week's Council Bluffs News. CBTV is always looking for your feedback. You can send questions or comments to cbtv at iwcc.edu. Call 712-325-3312, or you can find us on social media. We're on Facebook and Twitter. Just search CBTV17. Remember to keep it here for the latest scores and updates for local sports in your community by tuning in to the Bluffs Sports Zone with JJ Davis. For your Council Bluffs News, I'm Zach Harper-Blunt.